Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Sports Today. India have, of course, been asked to bat first after skipper Joe Root won the toss for the fourth and the penultimate test match at the Oval. So that's the fourth test between England and India. The series is, of course, level right now at 1-1. Um, India, the first test match was drawn. India won the second test match at Lords. England bounced back strongly at Headingley and now at the Oval. India have been asked to bat after England won the toss and decided to field. Well, I'll just quickly go through the playing 11s as well before I come to the other factors. England are, of course, playing with Rory Burns, Hasib Hamid, David Malan, Joe Root. The top order firing for England at Headingley, Ollie Pop, Johnny Bairstow, the wicketkeeper, Moeen Ali, Chris Wokes, Craig Overton, Ollie Robinson, and James Anderson. So you see a couple of changes there for England. India, KL Rahul, Rohit Sharma, Cheteshwar Pujara, Virat Kohli, the captain, Ajinkya Rahane, Rishabh Pant, Ravindra Jadeja, Shardul Thakur has come in for Ishant. There's Umesh Yadav as well, Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj. So no Shami, no Ishant. That's a couple of changes for the Indians as well. No changes in the batting lineup and no Ravi Ashwin yet. So there's, of course, I can see a lot of comments around the fact that Ravi Ashwin is not playing the best off spin in the world. He still doesn't get to play in a test match here. Rohit Roy is saying Ashwin should have been a part of any playing 11. I agree. I agree with that. You have the world's best spinner sitting out at a time when you'd want to desperately put your best team forward and push for victory. Well, that's that then. England have won the toss and decided to field at the Oval in the fourth Test match. This is, I was hoping for Ashwin to play probably getting at the Oval, but um, India have India have gone in with the with Ravindra Jadeja there as the sole spinner. Rishabh Pant, of course, a lot of these batsmen. Pujara got some runs in the second innings. Ajinkya Rahane got some runs in the second innings at Lords. Virat Kohli got a half century as well. But a lot of factors. That pitch had flattened out. Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul had planted out the new ball. The Indian batting lineup will be under pressure. They'll be under pressure. KL Rahul got runs, so he got a match-winning 100 at Lords, but thereafter he struggled. He struggled for three innings. Rohit Sharma's looked by far the best of all the Indian batsmen. He's got there, he's stuck in there. He's done his job, but you need a lot more from your numbers three, four, and five if you're looking to really push forward and make a statement in England. India had opted to bat first against England at Headingley, but we all know what happened. They're blown away for 78, and when you're all out for 78, you don't really stand much of a chance in a Test match. In At the Oval, these are conditions that England would like. This is what he said. Joe Root said at the toss that he said it felt like a nice morning for bowling, and he wanted to make inroads like he did at Headingley, and they made two changes: Chris Wokes and Ollie Pope coming in for George Butler and Sam Curran. So that's a pretty good lineup there again for England. Chris Wokes, of course, he adds to the depth in the batting department as well, and he's a fine seam bowler. So he's really sharpened that lineup further. And for India, just those two changes in the pace department with Shardul and Umesh in for Shami and Ishant Yadav. Sorry, beg your pardon, Ishant Sharma. So that's the bowling lineup for India. Then Ravindra Jadeja, Shardul Thakur, Umesh Yadav, Jasprit Bumrah, and Mohammad Siraj. But also, Shardul Thakur's inclusion also means that India batted a little deeper. But of course, the top order has to fire for the lower order to really add to the bulk of the runs that the likes of Pujara, Kohli, and Rahane should be scoring. These three, their form has been a massive concern for the last several Test matches. Can they bounce back? Can they pull up a much better show? That remains to be seen, and that's really critical in the context of the series. It's right now 1-1, level at 1-1, but you'd really want to see how these batsmen perform. They'll be under pressure. There has been talk around Cheteshwar Pujara's strike rate, but you saw in the last Test match, he really pulled his socks up and he batted fluently. Virat Kohli looked good as well. Ajinkya Rahane, Rishabh Pant, then again floating with danger more often than not. He is that kind of a player. He is adventurous. He tries to come and assert himself on the opposition bowling attack, but he realized that in England, you've got to take things a little more practically. His captain has often said that you need to shed your ego and give the first few minutes, first few deliveries to the bowlers, and just make sure that you're settling in. Shot selection has been a major concern for this Indian batting lineup. They want to really pull through and get some runs and get spend some time behind at the crease to really start putting some pressure on this English bowling lineup. Well, that's that. Then, thank you so much for joining me on this update. We'll come back to you soon enough at lunch, where Boria Mujumdar will join you for updates from the first session, and of course, come to you at the end of day's play and figure out how things went for India and England. Thank you so much. Two changes each for both teams. Chris Wokes and Ollie Pope in for England, and Shardul Thakur and Umesh Yadav coming in for India in the bowling lineup. And England have, of course, won the toss and decided to field against India in the fourth of the penultimate test match of the series versus India. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Do subscribe to Sports.